Hello everybody, welcome to the Golden Wheel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Javon, and I am thrilled to bring you the latest and greatest in the world of high-end vehicles. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Today we're reviewing the 2023 EQS AMG, and look at this absolute beast. Already you can see so much going on. You can see the beautiful LED lights just happening. You can see this wonderful light bar right over here. And this is not just any AMG, this is the night package. So unlike other EQSs where you'll see the Mercedes just stacked up, a bunch of tiny little logos right around this big grille area, this one, since it's the night package, is fully black. And then you see the AMG badge right here. Gorgeous, absolutely amazing. Right here we have the 22-inch multi-spoke turbine wheels with the black finish. This is actually a very interesting feature. Now before I get into this though, what I really want to say is we already have a bunch of luxury EVs. We have the Jaguar I-Pace, we have the Porsche Taycan. They're luxury EVs, but they have more of a sport take on it. Mercedes decided to enter the race. They decided to enter the industry, and they really just put their footprint on it. I mean, you have the Lucid Air, but nothing is like the EQS. Right off the bat, before we even get fully into the tour, I gotta say this is by far, for me, the most high-tech luxury EV. This is the most luxurious EV, and you guys are gonna see why soon. So this is something very interesting. Right here, this is windshield. This is a windshield wiper. You put your windshield fluid in here. And the very interesting thing about this is actually dependent on this. A lot of EVs, they have a frunk. So they have a trunk in the very front and a trunk in the back. This doesn't have that, because what it also have, which I didn't even mention a few seconds ago, this whole black grille, that's also a part of the night package, this is an air purifier. So the air that's on the outside of the vehicle, once it touches this, it's getting purified on the inside. I mean, only Mercedes would think to do that. Who else would do that? It's absolutely, and that's what I mean by the most luxurious EV. It's crazy. Just like the trend with EVs nowadays, you have the recessed in handles. So I personally love this. When I first seen Tesla do it, I loved it too. The reason why is because you have a lot of, depending on the neighborhood that you're in, you may have thieves that they may try to jack this. If you have a keyhole, this handle goes in, you're absolutely good. Nobody's stealing this. And you see how I just touched it and the handle popped out? It's because I have the key fob, so it has the same keyless go. Touch it again, it comes in. So I just want to do that again for those of you who didn't see. If I want to get into the vehicle with the key fob just in my pocket, I can very simply just touch it and it locks. Touch it again, comes out. And if we get a close-up, Dante, what I really want to show is this Mercedes-Benz logo right here. I mean, again, talk about attention to detail. How do you have the Mercedes-Benz logo like embroidered in the handle? That's absolutely insane. Like, oh my goodness. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Again, the passenger in the back of the driver gets the same thing. The Mercedes-Benz logo embroidered into the door handle. Absolutely special. Got the Michelin Pilot Sports turbine wheels. Gorgeous. As we wrap around a little bit to the back, we have this full LED light bar, tail lights, all in the back. And I also want to say that Mercedes was actually the first automaker to have full LEDs in their vehicles. It started with the S-Class. The S-Class was the first car in the entire world that had LEDs 100% on the inside and the outside. So, and because this is the EQS, this is essentially the electric version of the S-Class. So everything the same thing, completely LEDs in the back. What I love about this is for those of you who already have a Mercedes, you may know this, but when you put your car in reverse, this actually pops up automatically for your reverse camera. So I think that's really cool, because when it rains or when it snows, for normal cars and the other EVs, the snow can cover your rear end, your rear view camera. And when it gets on that, when you try to back up, you'll see snow in your camera. So it's not as accurate. But with this, it's beautiful because when you're done reversing, this kind of just flips back and you don't got to worry about it. So this doesn't ever get covered with snow or rain or ice or anything like that. So absolutely beautiful. One thing I want to pay attention to, and this is what I mean by attention to detail, is if we look closely, you can actually see the Mercedes-Benz logo in certain places. So right here, I don't know if you can get a close-up, Dante, but you can kind of see the Mercedes-Benz logo right here. You can see it right here. It's like these little tiny logos where you can see. You could also see it right here, Mercedes-Benz. I don't know if the camera can get it, but I mean, who thinks of that, really? Like putting a logo in places that people probably wouldn't even look, unless you're really looking, or unless you look at this video. One thing that I want to mention is I showed you guys what the LED headlights look like when I unlock the car, but watch how it looks when I unlock it from the back. Look at this amazing dance that it does. Gorgeous. Oh my, and then you see the light bar right around the back. I mean, that's absolutely phenomenal. Now, the cool thing is that you can literally unlock this car in so many ways. You can raise the trunk in so many ways. But before I even go into the trunk, I just want to point out this amazing carbon black night package, the spoiler lip. Beautiful. It's subtle enough where it's not too aggressive, but it still stands out for people to know that you have something special, you know? So I could easily unlock the trunk with key fob, or my favorite way is press that. Woo! Look at this hatchback. Look at this amazing hatchback. First and foremost, the space in here is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the space in the boot makes up for the fact that you don't have a frunk in the front, because this is not like, again, the Lucid Air, which is probably this closest competitor as far as luxury. That has a trunk where you push a button, the trunk comes up, but this is a hatchback, and I personally love this. You can easily fit, you know, 2 suitcases on top of each other, and then 2 more right here. You can fit a set of golf clubs. And what I also love about this is you have these aluminum seals, so you won't be scratching if this was just Alcantara or something else, you can be scratching it, ruining it. Right here, this is aluminum, so it's protected. And then you also have the anchor hooks, so your luggage don't have to slide around necessarily. You can just put a strap there, put a strap here, and you're good. You also have stuff for your tools if you want to keep your tools there from sliding around. And if you do need extra storage, which I don't see why you would, but if you do, easily just press this. This is making me look funny, it's not working for me. And then bam, you can keep your tools there. You can keep a fix-a-flat kit or whatever else that you possibly need. Just any extra space, pretty much right here. This is 22 cubic feet. And if you fold those 3 seats down, you have 63 cubic feet. I mean, far more than enough space that you need. So I'm gonna just go ahead and close this. Bam. And the speed that it closes is absolutely crazy. Like honestly, I had to almost jump out of the way. I didn't expect it to close that fast, but yeah, this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So pretty much the exact same thing around here. Again, this is Onyx Black, this color. It's almost like a little bit of a black and a brown mixture, and it's metallic as well. So you can, if you really look closely, you can kind of see the little bit of sparkles in it. Absolutely gorgeous. I thought that I would get this car in white, but I'd get it in this color. I think.
I have a question. So how much is this car?
So this right here is the top of the line because the AMG, because it's the pinnacle trim. This starts at $147,500. A lot of money, but I think it's well worth it. To be honest, I didn't expect to like this car nearly as much as I do. Like, I can't afford this, but I think I'm about to sell everything just to get this car. Like, I can't. Also, 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, because this has 649 horsepower that can be boosted to 759 horsepower. All right, I'm gonna say that again. 649 horsepower that can be boosted to 59 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, 3.4 seconds. This actually has 700 pound-feet of torque. And I just want to put that into perspective. The Ferrari Roma, which is Ferrari's entry-level high-end super sports car, goes 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. Again, that's a high-end super sports car. This is a luxury sedan. And this goes 0 to 60 the same time. This goes 0 to 60 the same time as the Aston Martin DBS 770 Ultimate, which is, apart from the Valhalla and the Valkyrie, that's Aston Martin's most powerful coupe. This is a luxury sedan, and they have the same 0 to 60. That's insane. And you can have two executives in the back seat going that fast. So you literally can have two CEOs in the back seat, and you're going the same speed as the Ferrari Roma. Crazy. You have this beautiful panoramic sunroof open. Gorgeous. And then one of my favorite things is you have this EQS logo. They just want you to know that Mercedes has entered. Mercedes has entered the race. They're here. So now let's take a look at the interior, see how it is. All right, so before we even get into the vehicle, look at this logo. Look, it just says AMG on it. You just know it's special. Like, this is not a normal, and then you have, it just feels quality. The metallic, and this is how you lock the vehicle, this is how you unlock, and this is how you open the trunk. It's just gorgeous. Speaking of unlocking the vehicle, I'm just gonna unlock it again, have the handles pop out, feel like a boss, because that's what you are when you're in an AMG like this. Gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna even step in like a boss, because it is what it is. You know, just step in. You know what I mean? Slide over, close the door, and this is a secret compartment. It's like a secret door handle. So you don't pull on this, you don't pull on this, you pull on this to close it. But before I even close it, I just want to show you, look at how frameless. There's no door hinge. It's completely frameless. This whole thing is not connected to the roof or anything. Like most vehicles are, this is completely just window, glass, gorgeous. And right away, when I tried to touch this, when I did touch it, I seen that this is already Alcantara. I already know I'm gonna be in something special, but I'm gonna close the door. Ooh. All right, we're inside the interior. Woo! This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This is phenomenal. Look at this. This is just gorgeous. Honestly, guys, I didn't expect to like this car as much as I do. This is completely a step up above anything I've ever seen when it comes to luxury interiors. Wow, this is just extremely special. Like, you have this Napa leather steering wheel. The first thing that pops out to me is screens galore, technology galore. If you're a tech fan, then this is going to be home for you. This is a haven. And if we just take a little bit, if we look towards the hyper screen, just the name hyper screen, this is 56 inches. This whole area right here is almost 18 inches. This one little part of, well, not little, this one big part of the screen, the center console, is almost 18 inches. Crazy. Absolutely phenomenal. And if we look here, we have the home button. It automatically defaults to this satellite navigation. And what I love about this is that, unlike many other EV infotainment systems, this is not laggy. Lucid Air. Just kidding. But
Wow, cheap shot.
but I mean, this is absolutely insane. You can literally drag and drop. You can zoom in. You can get a better view of everything. I mean, let's say I go all the way over here, which is crazy. I can go back to the center by just clicking the center button. Bam. And one of my other favorite things is, because this is, as you guys probably already know, this is super high tech, I can just go, hey Mercedes, take me to Taco Bell.
I hope this car doesn't start like driving.
Imagine. It doesn't want to work right now, but it worked earlier when I tested this out.
Of course, because the camera's on now.
Of course. I'll try it one more time just for YouTube, just for you guys. Hey Mercedes, take me to Taco Bell. Second time's a charm. Look at this, guys. Automatically, you can see, like I just said, and look at this right here. There's like this beautiful glitter kind of magical thing happening. Amazing. It's like series. She's listening to me now. I'm ignoring her, but it's like this beautiful dance of glitter. And then you have this beautiful ambient light from blue. I changed it to this color, it's the monochrome, but you have from blue to green, etc. And because she's listening, so this is dancing. This ambient lighting is reactive to so many things, to the heating, to when I say, hey Mercedes, when she's listening, to the modes that I'm switching the car in, if I'm doing in comfort, sport, sport plus, whatever I do, this ambient lighting is reactive. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm just going to go ahead and cancel this. You see, she says pause because I was ignoring her. I'm gonna go back to the home screen. I mean, this hyper screen is absolutely phenomenal, guys. I'm sorry if I mention it over and over again. Just right here, just on the passenger display, you see where it says AMG, and then there's a bunch of different versions of AMG, like that you can see if you really look into it. It's absolutely phenomenal. And because Dante is in a passenger seat, you can actually see this little power logo. The funny thing is, if he wasn't in the passenger seat, this whole screen right here would be black.
That's cool.
But because he's in the passenger seat, literally he can just press the on screen, the home button. Now this is the MBUX last generation. I mean, which is still high tech, but he can control virtually everything that I can control in the passenger seat. So the passenger literally can control him. He can control the lighting if he wanted to, the settings of the car, the radio, the navigation. He can help me out, put whatever navigation it is. I'm honestly, I'm just mind blown. Like I don't know if you guys can see it, but like I haven't been speechless. We've reviewed a Lamborghini, we've reviewed Ferraris, but this car is making me speechless. I can go on and on and on about this. I mean, just from right here, going back to the hyper screen, you can literally see, this is one of my favorite features, and this is actually new to the car industry. I don't know if this exists yet outside of Mercedes-Benz. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But if I click on this, remember what I was talking about in the exterior when I said at the very beginning in the front of the car, there's an air purifier, right? So we can actually see what's happening. If we touch this in the infotainment screen, we just touch this right here under the home, and we can see what I was talking about. Like the front grille, it's like a shield, shielding us from all the impurities, all of the dust, all of the microparticles, the nitrogen oxides, the odors, everything. This car literally has more purified air than people on the outside does.
People, yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, it makes sense, right? Because again, if you're driving this, you're a boss. You know, you're a CEO, you're a VP, like you own it. You're on the throne. Like this is the car for the highest executives.
You're the pinnacle of life.
Pinnacle trim. You're in the pinnacle of life. I mean, you literally breathe better air than the peasants. Just kidding. But I mean, you breathe better air than most people outside of this car. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you can actually see this. In addition to that, you see right here, if we take a look at the hyperscreen, in addition to breathing more pure air, right here, this car can come with an optional fragrance. So you can actually click on this button. It's saying please enter fragrance because we don't have one right now. But if you did, you click on a fragrance and you can see there's 1, 2, 3. If you take a better look, you can see there's 3 levels. You can choose the level of fragrance that you want. So if you just wanted it to be subtle, you'll have it on level 1. If you wanted it to be a little stronger, have it on level 2. And if you really just wanted that max air, that maxed fragrance, you have it on level 3, just getting that nice little waft. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely incredible. And one thing I want to point out is Mercedes-Benz, especially with their S-Class trim, they literally pioneered this ambient lighting thing. And now a lot of automakers, they've seen that it worked. They've seen how Mercedes customers responded to it. And they said, you know what? We want to do the same thing. Let's start also incorporating ambient lighting and things like that. But no one does it like Mercedes. I mean, no one. Mercedes was like, you know what? You guys want to copy? Okay. Now, instead of doing 8 colors or 10 colors that we normally did, we're going to do 64. They have this light strip that cocoons us, Dante and I, that literally cocoon just like wraps around all around the vehicle, literally can change to 64 different colors. And we're going to get into that later. I'm just getting ahead of myself because I'm just literally super excited, but it's absolutely phenomenal. I bring that up because with the fragrance, this is an experience. So there's actually a feature with this car in particular where you can set whatever mood you want. And with the hyperscreen, once you set the mood, it automatically changes the ambient lighting. It will release the fragrance. It will literally, your seat massagers can come on. Like everything just happens for you. Like everything just starts to go crazy just to give you that immersive, amazing, just sound experience. I mean, I don't know another automaker that does that. And this is what I meant by earlier when I said Mercedes-Benz has entered, because this is just another level of luxury. So if we look back at the hyperscreen, I know I keep going back and forth, but look at this right here. So you literally, it's insane. It's absolutely phenomenal. You can literally change, I can control, right, how I want both seats to be. I can control like where I want the air to go. So you can see, like, I'm touching it, the air is going, it's wafting towards Dante and I. If I take it off, it's only targeting our lower sections. Now it's targeting the middle, and now it's everything, pretty much. Like, this is absolutely phenomenal. Like, how can you control the direction of air based on the touchscreen? That's insane. And I can do the same thing for the second row seats. Let's say I wanted the passengers in the back to get whatever direction of air I want. Bam. Okay. Both of you guys get, you get from the middle to your foot. Everything will be, you'll get air from both directions. And what I could also do is control the temperature. So I can literally just keep pressing, you get warmth, you can get the heat, or I can control this and it's a lovely haptic feedback. As I'm touching it, you can hear it, so you get that confirmation, that audio confirmation, you get that physical confirmation. But yeah, this is absolutely insane. And my other favorite feature is this. If I go to pre-entry climate control, literally, I can set the time that I would like the heating to come on. I can set the time, I can set the day. I can literally, you see it says edit departure times. I can literally set, okay, so at 5 o'clock tomorrow PM, I would like the front part of this vehicle to heat up, to go to 70 degrees. I can say, you know what? I want the rear seats, the rear passengers seats to go to 82 degrees at 4 o'clock PM. So literally, before I even get into the car, either the front section of the car can be warm, or the back section of the car could be warm, or we can mix and match. Like, it's absolutely insane. Superfluous. On top of that, if we look back at the hyper screen, crazy, I can't get over that name. This car also has, I mean, I can go on and on about the infotainment, but we have 4G connectivity right here. So your car can give your phone Wi-Fi. You could also go on the internet. If I go here and I go to apps, you can see in the browser right here. That function is locked off for now for here, but yeah, we can go in a browser. You won't see anything for now because this is no data package. But when you buy this, you can literally go on YouTube. You can go anywhere you want. You can just, if you're waiting for your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever you're doing, you can be watching videos or YouTube or whatever the case may be, and you won't ever get bored. All right, we're in the back seat of the interior. I mean, look how amazing this is. You feel super special. I mean, right here, you have the climate controls, you have the heated seats, you can control the fan speed, everything. You have the dual vents, and if that wasn't enough for you, you can literally pull this down and you have armrests with a touchscreen, literally. And what I could do is I can literally take this tablet out. I can get out of the car and control everything with this tablet. I can control the lights. I can change whatever lighting I want. I can control the music, the radio, everything like that. I can preset any temperature or anything. This is absolutely phenomenal. And when I want to, if it's a Samsung tablet, if I wanted to put it back, literally just, it automatically locks in place and I'm good. But all right, guys, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. If you really like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. It would really help us with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next week. And on that note, we just want to give a special shout out to Joe and Gina for allowing us to film the 2023 Mercedes-Benz EQS AMG. Thank you so much.